Up on Shaw TV, living in someone else's shoes for 5 days. In sports, we catch up with the Edmonton Oil Kings this week, and on Buzz, a local dancer takes his skills to the next level.
Local, 24/7. News, events, connected, current, information, personalities, entertainment, sports, interviews, weather. Only on Shaw TV.
I do my little turn on the catwalk, yeah! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Kimberly Wynn, and we're down here at Bridal Debut in Sherwood Park. Kimmy over here is my dress expert, and she's going to help us find prom dresses, or grad dresses, I guess, here in Canada. It's for the season, and I guess girls are looking for styles right now. It's mid-March, but graduation isn't until early May, so they still got a couple of months. But you know what? Girls, they all need to compete, look better than the other one, show up the other one once they get into prom. So I'm going to help 4 high school girls from St. Francis Xavier. They're here with us today, and they are going to help us try on some dresses, very unique ones. We'll have gowns, long gowns that touch the floor, as well cocktail dresses that are just above the knee as well. Unique and funky dresses. So that's going to be very fun. First off, though, Kimmy, I'm going to let you get me my papers over here so we can get our next story. Woo, I can't breathe. For 5, it's all about students supporting youth at risk. And over the course of this week, 4 MacEwan University students will be taking part in this year's 5 Days for the Homeless campaign. Next up, Angelika Goronsky chats with a few of them to see how they're holding up against the elements and mounting schoolwork.
Getting sleeping arrangements in order is just one of the daily tasks that Alicia and Brett have become accustomed to. Since this past Sunday, these 2 business students, along with 2 other peers, have been homeless, living on campus and sleeping on the second-floor balcony. They have no access to money, food, or toiletries, and they rely on the goodwill of others to survive.
Thank you, sir. You're my hero.
It's all part of the 5 Days for the Homeless campaign, an initiative that's benefiting the Youth Emergency Shelter here in Edmonton.
I have a supportive family, I'm getting an education, and I got a warm bed to sleep in at night. And I realize a lot of people in Edmonton don't have that same opportunity.
The MacEwan goal is to raise $10,000 for Yes. For every dollar donated, Trailblazer RV will match it. It's a good way to drum up funds, but money isn't the only objective for these students. Raising awareness of youth homelessness is also key.
So they get an understanding of how people are feeling while they're on the street, not just because they're homeless, but the perception that other people have of them. And these individuals are trying to do as much as they can to change that perception.
This is the first time Alicia Sharma has ever taken part in such an event. She admits parts of the day and night can be tough, but it's all worth it in the end.
It is hard, like sleeping on the concrete, we know that, but it's just that at the back of our mind, we think that what's the purpose we're doing this for? So when we think like that, it's easy, yeah. We just stay positive.
The campaign wraps up this Friday at 5 o'clock. The monetary goal of $10,000 is still a bit out of reach, but Brett and Alicia are confident that their peers and the professors here at the university will come through, whether that be through face-to-face donations or online contributions at www.5days.ca. Reporting at the downtown campus here at MacEwan, I'm Angelika Goronsky for Shaw TV.
And by the way, 5 Days for the Homeless was founded locally at the University of Alberta. And after years of success, it expanded into a national campaign back in 2008. And to date, over $750,000 have been raised to help charitable organizations across the country. Well, I finally got into my dress. I look like a princess, right, girls?
Oh, yeah.
Yes? I feel like one, but I can't breathe. That's the thing. Air is not important. It's okay. It's for grad. It's for grad. So I got these girls with me. They're from St. Francis Xavier. All 4 of them have agreed to try on prom dresses with me. So I'm going to go around here. You're going to introduce yourselves. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Nadia.
Nadia.
I'm Patricia.
Patricia.
I'm Maria. I'm Asha.
Those are very exotic names, by the way. And I'm Kim. 1 syllable. There you go. Well, girls, have you been planning for your grads at all this early? It's mid-March, but when is your grad?
Well, it's beginning of May, so it's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, but have you been looking at magazines, looking at what the celebrities are wearing lately for a red carpet?
Oh, definitely. And with the choices this year, there's so many to choose from. You don't know what to pick because they all are so pretty,
Oh,
right?
for sure, for sure. And I'll go around the circle here. What are you looking for in a dress?
I'm trying to find like a flowy dress with like a little bit bling bling to it at the same time.
You want to blind the boys, right? Like, look at this. How about you, darling?
I'm kind of looking for like tight on top and then kind of flowy on the bottom.
So both long dresses, I guess? Yeah, long dresses. How about you, girls?
Well, I'm definitely going for the big poof princess dress, something like this, but more poof.
Exactly. You want to look like something out of a fairy tale. You're like your Cinderella, hey?
Exactly. Like
Do you have your Prince Charming yet, by the way?
No.
No, oh, that's unfortunate. Are you guys all going together in a limo, by the way? Yeah. Okay, what are you looking for in a dress?
I'm looking for a long dress and just flowy and stuff.
Any colors in mind?
Blue.
Blue? Yeah, blue is a good neutral color. I'm wearing bubblegum pink, so I might not look good against you guys. I'll ask you a couple of questions about high school here. I have some interesting ones that I looked up on the internet. Now, if you were to go back in time and tell yourself in grade 9, when you were back in grade 9, and you tell yourself, give a warning about high school, what would you say?
A warning?
A warning. A warning about high school. Like, hey man, like you're going to go into high school and this is what's happening.
A lot of, I guess, kind of drama you're going to go through. Lots of
girls are catty.
Girls are catty.
Yeah.
Lots of homework, pretty much, and you have to decide on the career you want to take pretty fast, so
okay.
You better get on that.
Yeah, exactly. What advice would you give your 9-year-old self? Or not 9-year-old, grade 9-year-old self?
I don't know, just have fun with it. Just have fun with the whole experience and stuff.
So take it all in, right?
Yeah.
Don't waste a moment because life doesn't have a rewind button. Okay, for you girls, I'm going to ask a different question. If you walked into grad and you saw each other wearing the same exact dress and you guys didn't discuss it at all and you look at each other from across the room and it's like, are you kidding me? What would you do?
You got beef, bro?
You're like, take that dress off, right? What would you do?
Punch her. Just
It's good. Well, what would you do differently in high school now that you look back?
I definitely focus on my schoolwork more. Now it's coming in. It's like avalanche.
Yeah, exactly. University is just right around the corner, right?
Oh God.
Absolutely.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. What advice would you give yourself if you were to go back in grade 10?
Just work harder, I guess, because slacking off doesn't pay off.
I know that. I was a huge procrastinator. Yeah. Girls, are you excited to try on your prom dresses?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I can't wait. Yeah, buddy. Jersey Shore, right for you, Jordan Greenlee. That's our sports reporter. He loves Jersey Shore. I'll introduce you guys later. All right, off to our next story now. Understanding our children's wants and needs is important, but as infants, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish what those are. So this is where a baby sign language comes in. And up next, Lindy Free sits on in a class that teaches babies how to communicate months before they're able to talk.
Teaching ASL signs, according to sign language instructor Melody Hazelton, is allowing pre-verbal babies a chance to communicate with their parents. As opposed to a cry, any parent would know that this can be an extremely helpful tool in determining what your baby needs.
Lots of times it reduces frustration. That's the #1 reason why parents like to teach their kids signing. But I found even with my daughter, beyond the pre-verbal stage, it really helps with her developmentally.
As babies develop, Hazelton says they can understand signs far before words.
Signing incorporates using the opposite side of the brain as verbal language. So now you've got 2 places to recall the same information. So it's really beneficial for kids.
Which is exactly the reason class participant Marlene Rosa attends.
The first time he did milk was his first sign. It was great because I knew exactly what he wanted and much less frustration, much less tears.
Hazelton says that if a parent is consistent in class and at home, the success rate is 100%, and there's no limit as to how many words a child can learn.
My own daughter was 9 months. So obviously she was pre-verbal when she started communicating with me. By the time she was a year, she was up to about 50 signs, and she was becoming more verbal.
Just like a baby's first word, your baby's first sign can be just as exciting.
Oh, I was over the moon. Because it was just all my effort and all my repetition had paid off, and It was just the fact that your little one can communicate with you when they're less than a year is just amazing.
I always tell parents in my classes that the first sign back, you're just going to think, what else can my child do?
Hazelton does warn, though, that once communication is established, understanding what your baby truly wants may leave some hard feelings.
I always tell my parents in my classes that don't get stressed out when your child, instead of referring to you as mom, when you come in the door, signs milk. That happens a lot.
For Shaw TV, I'm Lindy Free.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. A girl can dream, right? Absolutely gorgeous, but I guess I won't be wearing any of these dresses anytime soon. But a lot of girls are going to have their summer weddings this year. Absolutely gorgeous. I feel like a princess. Anyway, speaking of summer, it is looking like the snow is melting very, very quickly. That means it's getting warmer, but let's see how the forecast is in the local segment. Welcome back. A few programs you can check out on Channel 10 this weekend, starting off with Army News on Saturday. See what's making headlines with the troops at 12 p.m. and again at 6:30 the same night. Our original reality show Urban Star airs an encore episode on both Saturday and Sunday. And if you're not familiar with it yet, it's the search for the next R&B and hip-hop star. And if you're not so much into the singing, we've got a dancing show that airs Sunday at 9 p.m. and again at 1 o'clock. And finally, don't miss QC Dental's Best of Buzz weekend show with Brad Kelly. He features everything entertainment in and around the city. Off to our next story now about World Water Day.
Sipping clean water from a fountain is something kids at St. James School have a greater appreciation for these days. They've been learning about water conservation and all the ways water is wasted.
It's kind of hard to I don't know, if you sleep at night when you know you're like willingly wasting as much as you can, right, and not having much concern for like the next generations on our planet. So, I mean, it kind of changes how you think about things.
And that's exactly the hope of Michelle McDonald, manager of a youth program initiated by the Center for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology, known as COST.
Youth Wavemakers is a program where we teach kids about local and global water issues. And so we use our youth stories from overseas to really motivate the youth to take action locally.
Students in Bill Robinson's Global Leadership class have come up with a few ideas on water conservation.
One huge problem in households is leaks, because they waste over 10% of water in households.
Another problem students found in their own school: urinals that flush every 6 minutes, wasting a tremendous amount of water. They've approached board members with the idea of installing sensors, so urinals flush only when needed.
I do have good feelings about it. I do believe that a change like this could be done school or like whole district-wide kind of thing.
Taking on big issues such as these is not daunting when you have others to work with.
Like, everybody thinks it's like hard issues and stuff like this, but once you get together with like all your class and you work as a team with this big project and you get together, I think you can make a difference and an impact.
You realize it is a global movement. You only have to do a little bit. If everybody contributes a little bit, it does add up to a lot, and I think that's the other thing they'll take from it.
These students are hoping to make an impact when presenting their projects to the community on World Water Day.
The goal is to just make people aware of the issues that are happening around the world with regards to water issues. COST is an organization that works in 69 countries overseas, but one of the ways that we can motivate people to take action is by showing them that the youth here in Calgary are really taking action on these issues. And so the highlight is, let's take a look at how these youth are making a difference and think about what we can do in our own lives.
For Shaw TV, I'm Sheila Nyquist.
And if you want to take part in World Water Day, you can always visit the link down below here, www.cawst.org/wavemakers for more information. All right, off to our next story here. We got Brad Walker with another Need to Know.
Well, the top 5 things you need to know about choosing a pair of cleats. Kelly Hansen, what's number 5?
You have to know what sport you're playing. For football, for rugby, for soccer, for all the different sports that are played outside, you got to know what sport you're playing because the cleat patterns are different for every sport.
Different sport, different cleats. Number 4
is the playing surface. Even just within soccer, you could have a flat shoe like this. You could have a studded shoe. You could have a turf shoe. You didn't know what surface you're playing on.
Okay, we're down to number 3.
How often do you play? I mean, if you're just a weekend warrior, you don't need anything that extravagant, but if you're playing at a high level of soccer or football, whichever, you want a shoe that's going to be comfortable, so you want to buy the appropriate level.
Fantastic. Number 2
is look at your old shoes. Wear on your old shoes tells you everything. So when you're going into your next season, you're like, I'm not sure how my shoes did, look for holes in the heels or whichever.
Fantastic. The number 1 thing you need to know about choosing a pair of cleats, Kelly, is?
As with always, number 1 is fit. You got to know, you have to have your shoe fit your foot. And shoes, a cleated shoe doesn't fit like a running shoe. You want it to fit tighter, so when you turn on a dime, your shoe goes with you.
Fantastic. That's what you need to know about choosing a pair of cleats.
Thank you very much, Brad. Back here at Bridal Debut in Sherwood Park, I am joined by dress expert. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, Kimmy. Kimmy, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you very much. And it's not often I get to relive graduation or prom. I believe mine was a good night, I could say. But we got 4 high school girls here. They're picking out their dress. It's a little early, but a lot of girls coming in mid-March.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, a lot of girls actually have their dress so far for this year.
Mine was last minute.
A lot of girls' grads are actually in May this year, so
okay,
right around the corner.
Absolutely. Now, when they come in, what's the process like? Do they pick out the dresses they like themselves, or do they leave it all up to you and they say, you look at my body type, you see what looks good on me?
Generally, girls do come in kind of with an idea of what their friends have and what's hot, but they do rely on us, the consultants, to kind of help them out, pick some things that look best for them.
Absolutely. Well, you're the dress expert, right? Yeah. We're going to step aside here. We have Nadia coming in, looking like a princess in her gray gown here. So what kind of accents do we have?
So this one has a beautiful sweetheart neckline on it with the nice jeweled belt accenting her natural waistline. It also has a corset back, which is huge on these dresses, that shows off her great shape.
That's right. Well, we don't want it to be loose. You want to tighten it up, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then you got the pull-ups, I believe?
Pickups.
Pickups.
Yeah,
pickups.
for sure. And it's very red carpet look, which is something that's hot for this year as well.
It's purple carpet here, though.
Yeah,
At Bridal Debut. Thank you very much, Nadia. Now we have Ashley coming in, also looking like a princess. I love the... what would you call that, a mesh or lace?
The lace overlay, yeah. Lace is definitely a big trend we're seeing this year for sure. Again, with a nice big belt on the waist, shows off her natural waistline. And the straps add great support for her.
I like the cinch at the waist. I always feel like dresses are more flattering that way if they're cinching up on the waist there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you very much. Asha, now we have Patricia coming in, looking like a beautiful peacock.
So this dress actually has a little hidden surprise with the slit in it.
Ooh, Angelina Jolie leg. Work it, girl. There you go.
For sure. So that's another big trend we're seeing is the slits in it, and the peacock is huge this year as well. So she also has a matching hairpiece in. That's something that's popular as well, is matching your hairpiece to your dress this year.
A lot of girls like rocking the hairpiece nowadays.
Oh yeah, since the royal wedding, it's definitely become more of a fashion statement with fascinators.
Speaking of the royal wedding, thank you very much, Patricia. We got Maria looking like Kate Middleton coming in. Absolutely beautiful. This is my favorite. Oh,
yeah,
my goodness.
Definitely the classic poof look for sure. It's a little twist on it by being totally jeweled all at the top. And it's got a great corset, which shows off her tiny figure, which is great.
I'm jealous. Oh, come on. And she's got a hairpiece as well.
Yeah, and it's made out of feathers as well, and some pearls. So it kind of gives a little twist on a hairpiece.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much, Maria. Now I'm going to come in here looking like, you know, a frumpy with my summer dress. Thank you very much, girls. And we're going to show off cocktail dresses after the break. But first, Tammy Karachek is going to explore celiac disease in our next Group Surgery Life Matters.
For 8 years, Dawn Briggs has lived with celiac disease. Briggs now sticks to a gluten-free diet, avoiding foods contaminated with barley, oats, and wheat.
My only symptom at that time was I lost a little bit of weight. So the doctor was kind of suspicious with me having hyperthyroid, and in osteoporosis.
Celiac disease damages the small intestine, and it becomes difficult for the body to absorb nutrients. To curb this, most celiacs take supplements.
You can take a multivitamin. You can talk to your doctor or dietitian because everybody's needs are a bit different. Some people will also need calcium and or vitamin D supplements. Folic acid you probably get from a multivitamin, and just following the gluten-free diet is number one.
The calcium with vitamin D and a senior's multivitamin.
Lack of fiber is also an issue in gluten-free foods.
A lot of the gluten-free products are low in fiber, and fiber is very important for bowel health and actually lowers your risk of getting things like diverticulitis and cancer, colon cancer. So it is important to include fiber-rich foods where you can. So that would come from fruits and vegetables, or things like quinoa, brown rice, wild rice, or dried beans, canned beans.
People with celiac disease can get more dietary fiber by adding amaranth, flax, and quinoa in their diets.
We use quinoa once in a while. I also add amaranth to my oatmeal, my gluten-free oatmeal, just to get a little fiber. And the new bread that has come out from Kinnikinnick's, they have a multi-grain bread, which has more fiber. And that is one thing all celiacs have to look for, was more fiber.
Heinrich encourages people to contact companies if they're unsure if a product contains gluten.
Because if you are getting small amounts of gluten, it doesn't allow your intestine to heal, and then you won't be absorbing the nutrients you need.
Avoiding gluten and taking supplements is helping Briggs.
My bone scan has increased, so I'm getting the absorption now that I didn't. I mean, one of the things with celiac disease, especially in children, is short stature. So I always say if I was diagnosed as a kid, I would be 6 feet tall.
Tammy Karachik, Shaw TV, Capital Region.
Groot Dermasurgery Center's Life Matters is sponsored by Groot Dermasurgery Center. Liposuction, laser hair removal, Botox, tattoo removal. Find us online at drgroot.com or by calling 780-482-1414.
Thank you very much, Tammy. And for more information on celiac disease, you can go to the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Celiac Association website, the link right below over there. After the break, we're going to take a look at cocktail dresses.
With over 20 studios in towns and cities across the West, this is Shaw TV, your local voice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. We're still here at Bridal Debut in Sherwood Park. Once again, I'm your host, Kimberly Wynn, and I'm joined by the dress expert, Kimmy. I wish you were around when I was in high school, which is, let's not talk about how long ago that was. Hey?
Me too.
Well, we're going to talk about cocktail dresses in this one. Now, what are the benefits of wearing a cocktail dress as opposed to a full-length gown?
Well, they're greater because they're shorter and they're lightweight, so it's great for dancing and having fun all night kind of thing.
Instead of stepping on each other's trains and stuff, yeah.
Yep.
So we have Nadia coming in first in a beautiful purple dress. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, it's called high-low, so it's high in the front, low in the back, which is a huge trend we're seeing for 2012.
Party in the front, business in the back.
Exactly. And she's also got on fabulous Benjamin Adams shoes. So we have the exclusive location for them here in Alberta, so they are covered in Swarovski crystals.
How much? Oh, let's not talk about price because that's going to kill me. But and they're straps too, so they're different, right?
Strappy sandal, which is great on these, and they're silver, which kind of pick up the jewel tones on her dress.
Absolutely, Nadia. Thank you very much. Now we got Ashley coming in with this is not so much a cocktail dress, but it's a different dress because it's got a big bow right on the chest, right there. Hey,
right, for sure. And I mean, it's beautiful because it's still simple, it's still lightweight, and I mean, it's got the corset back, which is nice because it can cinch her right in. Yeah. Also wearing a pair of the fabulous Benjamin Adams shoes. These ones you can see are fully crystal.
Oh, it's blinding me. Yeah.
I know. They're closed toe, which is nice though.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the detail on the dress. You got jewels everywhere as well. That matches her hairpiece.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Now we got Patricia coming in here. Oh, this is definitely a cocktail dress. This is something I would wear to a night out.
Yeah, so we're noticing too with the short dresses for girls that are going to other guys' grads or for grade 9 grad actually is being really popular instead of the formal event.
Absolutely, and you don't want to show anybody up at somebody else's prom, right?
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Got the Fabulous pair of Benjamin Adams shoes on as well. Open toe that are platform, so they're a little bit more comfortable.
Absolutely. Looks like I can skate on those shoes. Look at that ice. And she's also got a hairpiece that matches that as well.
Yeah, the purple is big this season as well, and it's great to do the matching hairpieces as well. And you could wear that again on a night out for sure.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Now we have Maria coming in. Oh, she knows how to do her strut. I love it.
She's working it. So this is definitely a fun, kind of playful look on a grad dress, and I mean it's great for evenings out as well, going out with the girls. She's got a pair of the Benjamin Adams on as well that are the smaller heel, so they're a little bit more comfortable if you're super tall or if your date's not as quite as tall as you are.
Yeah. I think I had that problem in high school.
Yeah.
And we also got the corset back as well.
Yeah, which is great, and the jeweling kind of accenting on the neckline, which is beautiful as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Maria. Coming back here, looking dull compared to all those other girls. We're going to head off to Shanna Randolph with another Fun to Friend.
Hi everyone, I'm Shauna Randolph, spokesperson of the Edmonton Humane Society with your Find a Friend in our beautiful building in Northwest Edmonton. And I have Ashley Hillman, who is our supervisor, and beautiful Mike. He's lovely.
Yes, he is a very, very nice boy.
He came about a week ago?
Yes, he hasn't been here very long. He actually was a little bit nervous on his first kind of couple days here, so we spent some extra time with him, socializing him and, you know, spending one-on-one time, and he's definitely come right out of his shell.
Right, and he was a stray, so we don't know his background at all.
Absolutely, we're not sure what.
But what kind of breed? I know this is a type that isn't very common here.
Yeah, so we don't know for sure that he is purebred, but we definitely see that he is Belgian Tervuren.
Okay.
Which is a bit more of an uncommon breed. We don't come across it quite that often, but definitely has some good characteristics from that breed.
Very active breed?
Definitely. He's, you know, moderately active. He does love to play with other dogs, so that's, you know, if he is in a home with another dog, that's great for him.
Okay, so home with another dog. What about cats, other small animals?
We haven't seen anything, but there is, of course, always a bit of a risk with any dog that there could be some prey drive issues. So we just ask that you introduce your pets properly.
Very slowly, yeah. This is a type of dog, as you said, very active. How about with smaller children? What would be the ultimate home?
Because he was a little bit nervous at first, we thought maybe small toddlers would be a little overwhelming for him. But, you know, younger, older children should be good for him.
All right, Mike, you can find a home. And this beautiful girl is Florence. She is a short hair rabbit, a young female, spayed, and all of our rabbits are always spayed or neutered, of course, before they go out for adoption, just like our cats and dogs. Florence came to us from Sherwood Park, and she's been here now for about a month or so. And she is one of 10 rabbits that the Edmonton Humane Society currently has. They make wonderful pets just as long as you socialize them, make sure that they get a lot of attention, and that they are supervised when they are outside of their kennel, but they do need a lot of exercise. So if you're looking for a rabbit at a $60 adoption fee, you can't go wrong, especially because it does include the spay-neuter surgery already done for you. If you'd like to know more about all our animals, just check our website at edmontonhumanesociety.com or just call our adoption desk at 780-491-3500.
Thank you very much, Shauna. After the break, I'm going to have sports as well. We're going to highlight very unique, funky dresses.
You're watching sports on Shaw TV.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here at Bridal Debut in Sherwood Park, and I am bringing sexy back. Those other chicks don't know how to act. Yes, clearly I am not a singer, but you know what? I feel beautiful. I feel like a celebrity, like a princess with this beautiful dress that Kimmy fit me in. I don't know, it kind of flatters my figure a little bit, and I love the shoes. By the way, take a look at these. These are just blinding me. You can skate on these pretty much, hey? It's a very different dress. It's short inside and then a little longer on the bottom. You're just in time for sports. And by the way, I want to remind you something. If you haven't already added us on Twitter at Shaw TV Edmonton, you have to do so. We got lots of giveaways coming up, including the Edmonton Golf Show on March 31st and April 1st. And for all you ladies out there, and gentlemen if you'd like, we have our Edmonton Home and Garden Show on March 22nd as well. I have a whole whack of tickets to give away. There's so many. But if you want them for the Edmonton Golf golf show and for the home and garden show, you have to follow us on Twitter at Shaw TV Edmonton, and then tweet us. We'll do a draw the weeks of the events. As well, we do have a new Facebook page, Shaw TV Edmonton. It's very brand new. We post all our videos on there, so if you missed anything on our show, you can always check that out. First off, Tim Dancy has another Viking Mechanical Oil Kings report.
The Oil Kings wrap up their regular season on the road with games in Kootenay, Medicine Hat, and Red Deer. The first round of playoffs begin at home March 23rd against either Kootenay, Brandon, Regina, or Saskatoon. With an 8-game winning streak, the Kings clinched first in the East, 47 wins, with 3 games remaining, over 100 points in the standings. Michael St. Croix reached 100 points too, the first Oil King to ever do it.
I wanted 100 points. Like I said, that was a goal that I set. It took a while there, the fourth last game, but it was a monkey off my shoulders when I got it.
Overall, a terrific regular season for Derek Laxdal's juniors.
I think we all kind of started buying into the systems more this year, and we've all just been working really hard, and just that's led to some success this year, and hopefully we can continue it for the playoffs.
Having already clinched first place, the Oil Kings play the remaining games of the regular season this week, knowing full well they don't want to lose momentum prior to the first round.
Also, we want to stay focused and stick to our game plans and keep on playing the way we're playing right now the last couple of weeks. But we're going to try and get everybody into the lineup down the stretch here. We really have not a lot to play for. We've got the conference home ice locked up.
I'd prefer to play 72 games a season, but that's not how it works.
He's going to get a few games off here down the stretch, and we're going to get TJ into a few games here just in case we need him.
Laurent Brossoit, the 6'3", 200-pound goalie from Surrey, BC, a Calgary Flames draft pick, coming off an all-star season.
I've been notorious for kind of putting too much pressure on myself and thinking too much. And when the guy's coming down the wing, I think of all of his options. And now I've kind of just learned how to simplify my game. I mean, through the experience, just to watch the puck. Most of the time, I just have to make the simple saves, keep my rebounds controlled, be in position. Make the game look easier and make it easier for myself, and then the team does the rest. Our coach obviously stresses defense-first mentality, so we're really strong in that, and we've got a good core group of defensemen, 8 guys that can play at this level, so that's definitely a big help for us, and we just really got to focus on that for the playoffs.
Oil Kings have balanced depth and excellent coaching. They're second in the league in scoring and penalty minutes, number 1 in team defense.
I think you have to go with Laurent Brossoit, obviously. He's been one of our best players every single night. Tyler Maxwell, Dylan Ruck, my line mates, lots of credit goes out to those guys. You could go down the lineup, and I've been impressed with everyone on the entire team. I don't think we put the foot off the gas pedal. Obviously, we have 3 more games. We want to go into the playoffs on a little bit of a hot streak, and I think we're going to do it.
Growing up, did you have a favorite NHL team?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe New York Rangers, and better than Wings. I always like it. And Edmonton Oilers.
For sure. What was your favorite NHL player to follow from Europe over in the NHL? Who was your favorite player from?
I think it's Pavel Bure. I always watch highlights of them, how he scored, how he skate. It's always amazing.
For sure. What's been your favorite memory so far of your hockey career?
Oh, probably be drafted by Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite road city to play in the WHL?
Probably it's Victoria.
Yeah. Cool place.
Yeah, very nice, and I like that. Yeah.
What's been the toughest crowd to play in front of on the road so far?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Red Deer.
And that's this week's Viking Mechanical Oil Kings report.
Viking Mechanical's Oil Kings report on Shaw is brought to you by Viking Mechanical. Plumbing, heating, gas fittings. For information, call 780-PLUMBER. That's 780-758-6237.
Thank you very much, Tim. Here's a couple of things you can check out in and around the city for sports. We start off with the Battle of Alberta. The Oilers are hosts to the Flames on Friday. Puck drop is 7:30 p.m. As well, in lacrosse, the Edmonton Rush play the Stealth on Saturday, March 24th, and you can buy your tickets right now online to catch that. As well, for the WHL on Shaw this week, the Rockets and the Giants go head-to-head on Friday at 7:30. You can obviously see that on Channel 10. I'll have entertainment after the break as well. These ladies are going to show off very unique and funky dresses.
With over 20 studios in towns and cities across the West, this is Shaw TV, your local voice.
Welcome back to the show. We're still here at Bridal debut Sherwood Park, and I am joined by Kimmy, my dress expert. And like I said before, I wish I had her around because my grad dress would have been a lot nicer back then. So we're talking about out of the ordinary dresses in this one. Now, what unique patterns do we have?
We got lots of floral prints, leopard, just a whole bunch of different crazy stuff to kind of showcase the girl's personality.
Okay, so whimsical, I guess, right? So I'm going to step aside here and let's talk about Nadia first off. She has a beautiful, oh wow, this is very interesting.
Yeah, lots of bright colors. That's something a big trend for spring, summer this year is the oranges and the yellows.
Oh yeah, the tangerines.
Right. It's got a great jeweled belt on her, and it shows off her petite figure still, but still is flowy.
Well, she still needs to pick up the dress, so I guess it would be a little difficult to dance in this one, hey?
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, you get it hemmed, right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Nadia. And we have Asha coming in with a dark purple dress.
Yeah, so this one's great because it's kind of iridescent. It's got the jewels going up the neckline, which is nice, but it also has a racer back.
Yes, this racer back. This is really important.
Yeah, for sure. So it's great because it shows off her back, but still has a little bit of something going on with it.
So classy up in front and a little racy at the back.
Yeah, for sure. More fun.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Asha. And we got Patricia coming in here. And this is the leopard print that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, so there's floral and leopard and sparkles going on in this one. The really nice thing about this dress is how light it is. It's super flowy, which is something that we're also seeing as well, thanks to the red carpet, the Grammys, and so on.
I love the A-line shape. It's marvelous.
It's beautiful on her, and it fits her like a glove.
It does. I wish I had that body. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you very much. Maria, come on in, and she's got the potty in the front, business in the back.
Yeah, so another high-low, which is a huge trend we're seeing not only in grad, but in wedding this year as well. The great blue, electric blue kind of sparkles throughout it, which is fun.
Now, what kind of material is the bottom made of?
This is organza. Okay. And with the sequins on it. So it's a great, nice and light, and still kind of moves with you when you're dancing.
Absolutely. Kimmy, thank you so much. And Maria as well, walking off there, strutting her stuff. She knows how to work the runway. I'll have entertainment after the break. Stay tuned.
You're watching Buzz on Shaw TV.
Welcome back to the show. You are just in time for Buzz, all your entertainment stories in and around the city. Which, by the way, speaking of entertainment, I feel like I'm on a movie set right now. Something out of a fairy tale. Like this right here, I know it's a mannequin, but she truly looks like Cinderella. One of my favorite fairy tales, one of my favorite Disney movies back in the day. Absolutely gorgeous. Maybe I can try it on. Maybe the ladies will let me try it on. After our first entertainment story right now, it's one of the most competitive art forms to get into, and when you do, it's certainly an achievement. Local dancer Lawrence Ramsay has taken his skills to the next level and has made what was once impossible possible. So Brad Kelly caught up with him during a rehearsal.
This piece, being performed at the University of Alberta's Tim Centre for the Arts, is called Fragments Volume 1. The creative work closes the successful 2011-2012 season for the Brian Webb Dance Company. Part of the complement of talented artists on stage is Edmonton's own Lawrence Ramsay. This former student of Victoria's School of the Arts has come a long way since it all began when he was the tender age of 16.
For me, it's a big surprise. I graduated here like 7 years ago, so it's fun to be back, and it's lots of fun. Mostly this is the biggest surprise. Like any student in my position right now will, if I told them right now that this is a possibility for them, they probably wouldn't believe me and they just told me to go fly a kite somewhere, but it's strangely real and lots of fun, and it's great that Edmonton's a city that we get to go to out of all of the ones we're going, which is Toronto, here, Vancouver, and France. So it's really great to list Edmonton as one of those places.
It's It certainly speaks volumes to the programs offered here in Edmonton. Upon graduation from Victoria, Lawrence received a scholarship which allowed him to attend the School of Toronto Dance Theatre. And now he's a member of Sylvain Aimard Danse.
Yeah, Vic is one of the most amazing schools in the country, I believe. We were just back there this morning to give a talk to the students, and to this day, I'm still completely amazed by the staff there, the warmth and intelligence of the staff. They know how to train students. They know what to tell them, how to encourage them, and where to send them on. And so it's one of the most supportive programs I've ever come across.
Now, what can you tell us about the company that you're currently with now that brought you here and brought you to the Tim Center for the Arts stage?
Sylvain Aimard Danse is one of the bigger companies in Quebec, and Sylvain is very well known for what he does, and he's one of the best. He's been heralded as being a master dance smith, and he is one of the top companies in Montreal and one of the most original ones to come out.
Wow, you got to feel pretty fortunate to be part of something that big, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate. It's a company that when I was in university, my teachers worked for, and some of the graduates who I really looked up to, they started working for, and I was sitting there going, oh God, I want to work for that company, and getting to do it at being the youngest in the company is a lot of fun.
And I'm sure the fun will continue as Lawrence dances his way through Canada, always remembering where it all began. Brad Kelly, Shaw TV, Capital Region.
Thank you very much, Brad. And here's a couple of things you can check out in and around the city for entertainment. Nickelback returns to the City of Champions in May. They're bringing along with them Bush and Seether. You can get your tickets right now online at ticketmaster.ca. As well, on May 11th, Van Halen rocks the stage at Rexall with special guests Kool and the Gang. And in April, country star Johnny Reid comes to town and is at Rexall as well. You can still buy your tickets online, although they are going pretty fast. And on Shaw On Demand, My Week with Maryland has just been released and is set to be Michelle Williams' finest role. I want to thank everyone here at Bridal Debut for having us, especially the girls in the back, but especially Heather for letting us come in here. Heather, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing your show here.
Absolutely, and the girls look gorgeous, don't they?
Absolutely.
Now, if any other girls who have not yet bought their graduation dresses, but they want to book an appointment with you, what number should they call?
780-467-4082.
Thank you very much, Heather. Thank you very much, girls. All right, that's it for the show. From everyone here at Shaw TV, thank you very much for watching. I'm Kimberly Wynn signing off from Bridal Debut.